Hey guys, today I am going to explain new Korean drama whose title is going to be Love Next Door. Episode starts. We see 4 women who were on Hakim. Here we see Mishu, who is Suk's mother, Hae-soo Se's mother, who is Jasu Mohim's mother, and there is also a lady named Kinshu. We were talking about our face that today we have applied this cream, but here Ishu is saying that being natural is everything. Something happens later. Mishu looks at Jasu and asks, what have you applied on your face? It is glowing. Jasu also, but she says that I applied this juice yesterday. Later they go away from everyone and say that you smell is coming from Insu. After that Mishu's jacket looks at her and says that it is good. Mishu. Here she says that my daughter Chakra has sent a gift for me from my home. She also says, your daughter is very wonderful, but Nezu also says here that when I take anything from my son, then I do not feel comfortable. Mishu says that your son has never given you any gift, that is why you are saying such things. But later Ishu says that my son has met the president and she is very wonderful. Mishu later talks about her daughter and says that she has met the president of South Korea, who is the richest country in the world. So tell me, who was wonderful? Later she says that my son has received the International Architecture Prize. Mishu later says that my daughter had graduated from here and she came first and works in this company. Mishu later says how my daughter was born, how I saw a rainbow in my dream and I saw a canyon, and that's how I got pregnant. Yes. Later she says how I went to France. Inch stops her and says that we know you went to France and was working there, and later you dreamt of a blue dragon and you got pregnant, but you didn't know that you are pregnant. Inch and later Jashu is going. She says that these two will get along. We should go. Jashu asks her who will win. Kinshu says that Ishu will win. Jashu says, why is it so? Is it so? Because Ishu is a diplomat, but Ishu says that it is not so. I am saying this because Se is getting another award today. In the next scene, we see a magazine design award being given here. We see a girl named Nayu. Nayeon looks at Se. Here she looks at Se's seat and says later that he is not here. His senior Mangu is here. Mangu comes to Nayeon later and says that now a top celebrity has come. Our Se is a star. Nayeon says that, by the way, where is he? Next we see Se, who is a funeral home bar, and later we meet Amela. She is the director of a funeral home. Mela is here. He says that, do you want to design a memorial park here? This is also mentioned here, and later he says that I have gone to a funeral somewhere. I wanted to interview their director because I really want to work and do it with complete honesty, but I could not find anyone like that, but you have done this work for years, so I want to interview you. Later they came inside where Mila first tells him that my mother had died at that time. He also says sorry, but Mila says here that no one has to go anywhere, but I have bid farewell to my mother properly. He also says that your mother will be happy to know that you have given her a good farewell. Later Mila says that I don't think there is a need for a bridge. Those who have already lost their loved ones will not come here to rest. Later he says that I have another idea. Why don't we build a shelter here, which will be like a library or a camp? People can keep their loved ones here, although they will feel sad, but they can remember them and there will be a smile on their face. Mila says that I like it. Later she gets a call from Manji, who says, where are you? The award ceremony is about to start here. You come quickly. He says that I am fine. We will see in the ceremony. Nan also asks Manji when is he coming. He says that I have come to see Manji. He has called me. Later he is preparing himself. What are you doing? Mang says that I am the CEO of our architecture firm named 𝗙𝗲, so I can take the award in his place later. Next comes Se, and he was going to be given the magazine award. He was also ready to go on stage, but at the same time he had come and comes on stage and takes his award. Later there are some deep words to say. He had said that I am the CEO of 𝗙𝗲, and later he says then and leaves. He speaks very little, so he does not say anything, and let's see the 4 on the next hill. Mishu is also shouting ya ya. Sushant is saying that nowadays who shouts oh, this is old-fashioned. This is so. Mishu says that who cares. Later Mishu takes out the card and gives it to Jashu behind. Mishu is sitting with her. She says yes to your daughter's wedding invitation card. Is this also true? Yashu also says yes to Mishu. She asks when did you hide the cards and is the wedding going to take place in America? She is here and later tells 𝗪𝗪 that your son is dating someone. Tell him to date my daughter also did not have time, but she also dated someone. My son is an international lawyer. But 𝗪𝗪 says later that she is standing in front of my son without putting any girls. She is there. Later she is counting the names of girls. She is there, but 𝗪𝗪 says this here. That when you get the card printed like me, then I will accept this thing next in this airplane. We see, and on the plane a girl comes to her who is 𝗪𝗪 and says that we are about to land, you can open your sight. But you were sleeping on the plane later. I swell up. 𝗪𝗪 says I am sorry, but I was dreaming of getting beaten up later. She looks outside and says to herself that I have reached. Next let's see Mohim, who comes to the airport and asks her self where she is later. She sees 𝗪𝗪 and shouts. 𝗪𝗪 also gets happy seeing this and says that now after seeing you it feels like I have finally come here. Mohim is here. She says that you said you are at the airport. You have come here. I left everything and came here. And I did not find you. I was shocked. I did not even respect myself. 𝗪𝗪 says I can see, by the way. Are you not happy to see me? Come on. Hug me. But she does not do so and runs away with her suitcase. Next, she is in the car looking outside. She suddenly closes the mirror. She says, 𝗪𝗪, what were you doing? I could have been hurt, so you should have told me before. Mohi also says here that I am giving the first sign that you should be careful here. By the way, you are very thin. Have you gone because of marriage? But here she refuses and later asks what has happened to your face, and a paramedic comes and tells here that there was a fire nearby. She says that somehow you survived. 𝗵𝗏 also tells me later, she says that my mother did not know that you were coming. By the way, about Sango, she is busy. By the way, how is he doing? She says that he is doing well. Let's see in the next ceremony. Mangu is also talking to the 𝗍𝗃s and says that I thought that you will take my name on the stage, but you did not do so. By the way, looking at your clothes, I can say that you are a man. You went here. But this is also told here. Mangu says in a voice that you took a compass here. At first he denies, but later he looks in his pocket and says that what is this? You cannot deceive me. But he tells Sango that this is part of my work. He later sees a girl here and calls her Aai. The girl also calls her Aai. Myanji is shocked and says, this is Yang Sheo, how do you know her? Jose is saying that I don't know her. A launching ceremony was going on at a place. I saw her then and we met once. I have to go, but Mangu said that you cannot go like this. We have to meet everyone. But he refuses, and later he went, and now he is going in the car many times. He has a document with him and on it is 𝗍𝗏𝗏's name, and this is 𝗍𝗏𝗏's wedding invitation card. 𝗍𝗏 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏's. 𝗍𝗏 sees 𝗍𝗏𝗏 is also there. She is looking outside and later says that I am hungry. Where should we go? Later 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏 gestures and later says that you know where I am going. I also understand, and later I take her to the restaurant 𝗍𝗏 and she are eating food. 𝗍𝗏𝗏 says that it is spicy. Later, she gives her water. And she says that you will go to your house, but 𝗍𝗏𝗏 says that how can I do that? I should come here first so that our high school days can be fresh. During our high school days, we used to eat here. Then 𝗍𝗏𝗏 sees that my brother has come here and is buying food. Later, both of them go to the restaurant. His brother's name is Dozen, who is older than 𝗍𝗏𝗏 by about 10 years, but he treats him like a younger brother. Later, Dozen sees them and asks what has happened to them. They are sick, although he does not recognize them. Later, he comes out, but there is a man who catches him and says, what is all this? Why are you eating this food? The man's name is Shol Gil, who is the male of the gym. And there goes the down. Jean Sable is saying, it happens that you cannot eat. Your contest is coming soon. These things are not good for your health. Because of this you should eat this food later. He takes it and says that come to the gym in 5 minutes. I am doing all this for your call later. Do Chan. He had gone. I also says suspiciously, what is all this? Why are you sticking to your brother Siku? She says that all of you are sisters, that's why. I don't know anything. Later she says, that's why I feel that. Your family doesn't know that you are a Cory. She says that they don't know. I didn't tell them. I have told him. I want to give him a surprise. Next scene, both. Mayan is coming home. 𝗪𝗏𝗏 tells her that our mother has gone on a trip. Before her return, we will prepare the house. And we will do the decoration. But 𝗪𝗏𝗏 says that you promise to do something good. No matter what happens today, you will stay with me all day. But then Mohim gets a call that it is from her boss and an emergency has come up. and he asks her to come later. She is also going, but 𝗙𝗏 says, "You can't do this." But Moryu runs away. Later 𝗙𝗏 is coming forward and she looks here and says, "What is this here?" But there used to be a gold coin. Later she comes and checks what is written here. Then the past scene is shown where she looks at 𝗎𝗍 and she looks at her and checks what is written here. 𝗎𝗍 is crying. She is mixing gold with 𝗎𝗍 so that she can't. Now 𝗎𝗍 is also there. She also brings 𝗎. But 𝗎𝗏 says that no, we don't have a grandfather, but they take him inside. At that time 𝗙𝗏 says to herself that in that time, our mothers were very cruel. How can they ask us to go with them? It is a building, doesn't it have any door? Then she looks around, but then she looks back and sees that Seong has come here. And he asks, "Who are you?" Later 𝗙𝗏 sees him. She calls him by his name and 𝗙𝗏 also calls him. He asks 𝗎, "What are you doing here?" 𝗙𝗏 says, "What do you mean by that? By the way, why are you here?" He is telling Seong, "It happens that this is my place and you can't stand here." Later she comes to her and is pulling her leg. Later she is leaving, but then here she sees that my mother is coming back from hiking. And my father is also coming here from 𝗏𝗏. 𝗙𝗏 later sees the box and hides and says to 𝗎 that please help me this time. Their mothers come first and then sees the suitcase. Jisoo asks whose is it. Later she sees 𝗖𝗿𝗲𝗱𝗶 hugs her son. Jisoo also asks him, "Is it yours?" But 𝗎𝗿𝗲 refuses. 𝗎𝗍 says, "You were scared." 𝗎 were scared. 𝗎 I had gone to buy vegetables. After Jessie says that I went to buy vegetables. Sees the box and gives it to him and says that your office is very nice. Later he says that whose suitcase is this? Should we report it to the police? Even the suitcase belongs to a person. Later he says that it is mine. Miss comes to him with the suitcase and here she asks him whether he ate the food that I gave him. But here he denies and later says sorry and gives it to him. Miss Yoo also says to me that since when have you been standing near the box? Is there anything inside it? He asks what would be inside it. It is not a human being. After that he comes to the box and says that it should be thrown out. But Sev said that something was taken from inside the building. We have to bring the garbage and I am going to put it in this box. He also says that it is okay, we will go later. While they are going to 𝗖𝗍𝗶𝗁, she says that your firm is going to open next week and you are going to do the opening ceremony. I have invited many guests. She also says that it is okay, we will go later. Later, 𝗙𝗏𝗏 comes out but 𝗙𝗏𝗏 does not let her do it and says that what are you doing here? You were in America. Are you in any trouble? 𝗙𝗏𝗏 also says that I have other ways to get out. Later, she tears the box and comes out. 𝗙𝗏𝗏 says that I can tear it. She looks at the building and says that it is good. This is an office but it is very useless. Whatever it is, but he is full of money too. Later she says that help me one more time, I have to go to the bathroom. Later she runs inside the building and tells Seo that there is a bathroom, but Sek sees something and later says that what is it, that there is a piece of 𝗙𝗏𝗏. Later she touches Seo but Sek says that you can't do this, but Sek also does the same thing. Later she tests everyone and later says that you are too selfish. Seo also says that you are too mature. Seo says that when you were small you were cute, but now it is not like that. Seo starts punching me. Maybe I used to live near a cannibal, and later says that you should be a fancy saint. Does the sap flow? To which he says that your mother gave me an invitation card, that you are getting married and asked me to get a ticket for going in an airplane, but maybe I will be busy for your marriage. By the way, congratulations. She also says thank you and later asks where is your office? To which he also says that are you not going? Later she comes to the office and looks up. She says what is all this? Design like a tomb. Then she is going near her, but this wire had come in its path and it is about to fall from and comes near a cupboard. The cupboard is about to fall on him, but Seo came in between and a statue falls on him. 𝗙𝗏𝗏 stands up and says, "Apri, are you okay?" Then she checks him, but Apri says, "What are you doing?" 𝗙𝗏𝗏 says, "You don't have eyes behind you. You are just giving birth." Later she checks him and says there is no injury, he will be fine, but she sees a mark and refers to her past where the kids were hitting him, but Seo came in between and asks him not to do so, but she pushes him and there is a flood of wires nearby. He hit the gun and he got hurt. Later 𝗙𝗏𝗏 says, "Okay, you also have it now, he will also die," and he says that whatever you did to me in my childhood, my body is injured because of that. I am not asking for forgiveness, just go away from here. But she says that I also don't want to. I wish I could spend my first day with you, but an unexpected thing came up. That's why I'm doing this, but Seo said that I don't care about it. You just go away and I'm leaving later. Seo is saying that I don't know what happened to you, but you should talk to your mother, because you know what's going to happen. That's why you should tell your mother so soon. Anyway, when you get into trouble, you become stable. 𝗍 is saying that I'll have to hit you again later. She hits him and he picks up the same statue and says that it's worth millions. She asks him if he can see me. She checks it, blows on it and cleans it, and says that it's okay now. Seo is saying that don't get fooled, you can go. Next we see Mohin, who comes to her safety center and talks to many people, and here she says that why did you call me? I went home after a long time. Her boss, who is Minhu, says that when you were not here, he was driving Mousie's car and all this happened to him. Then emergency alarm rings and later everyone runs like this. Then Mohin comes to the ground and Mohin talks to a man who is a drunkard and says, 𝗍𝗶𝗰𝗁, what happened? You should go to the hospital. Drunkard man says that who told you? I am fine, but Mohin sees him and later says that you have diabetes. I have to check your blood. But the man was letting him go, and he is kicking him here. She says that I have a camera installed here, and I can record all this. The man breaks the bottle and later says that come to me, there is a man nearby who is a reporter and was saying that you can't do this. Later she pushes the citizen away and says that I want to help him. She says that this is because I am a woman, but also she says that no, I am good at code. Later the drunkard tells the man to forgive me, then he runs towards him so that he can kick him, but he doesn't do that and falls down and gets a cutter in his hand. Mohi also runs and kicks the man and the bottle falls down. Later she asks the man, I am going to check you. The man says, okay, now it's done. Mohi is looking at him. Next time, they see secretary. Both of them are coming home. Mohi is asking secretary, why are you following me? But he says, I am not doing this. You know that my house is next to yours. She tells Yubi that you can find someone else. Later, she sees the biker. He asks her, do you want to eat chicken? But she says, no, I want that helmet. She will beat my mother and break it. Can I meet her? But she says that this is not possible. Later she says to her friend that she knows what you are doing. She takes off her clothes and later wears many clothes, so that Mary can hit him. Later when they came near her house, he also sees her and says, it seems that you are looking open. Shokari had said that whenever someone is in danger, then his openness is natural. Now you hit him. I want to see it. I feel. But I don't feel it. But Mary says that I can't do this. You had gone to America anyway. You should have brought the blood proof. Shaq says, I should have done this. Should I go to Mary? Can you work like this? Can you spend the night with me today? You stay with me. Later she catches him, but she also tells herself. Chudwa comes and asks, what are you doing? Shokari says, here that Ladra. What is the matter? You stay with me. You have to save me. I came only to tell my mother. What did you come to tell? Shekaru says, what did you come to tell? If you want my help, then first tell me what is the matter. Later, Shekaru tells her in some way or the other that I don't want to get married. I have broken my engagement. Then looks back at her, and this is her family. Miso also tells her that I must have heard wrong. Shekaru also tells her that I have told her. What did you say? Later Mishu says to Shakri, what did you say? Shak later runs to her mother and calls her Arlo and later says that I have come here so that I can tell you that I have broken my engagement. Hearing this, 𝗙𝗶𝗰𝗁𝗁 faints. After that, everyone runs to him. They come and give him CPR. Miso also tells Sekirei, you are crazy. How can you do this? Sekari also says, here, how can you call your daughter mad? Mishu says, what else can I say? You have broken the engagement a month before the marriage. Later she is in a coma. Mishu also separates herself from Sawa. Later she stops and says that Sunny has cheated you. Let's go to America now and teach him a lesson. But Shok says that it is not his fault. I have done all this. Mishu says later that you have cheated him. Hearing this, everyone is shocked. Mishu faints again. She also picks up the broom and later Sakura falls into a coma, but Sakura does not feel anything because she has cheated him in between. Had happened. Aishu is also shouting and she says, why are you beating my son, 𝗙𝗲𝗲? It is your daughter's fault if she is beating him, then beat him. Gach had somehow stood up and came in between. The broom hit him. Later, he laughs at me and says, stop doing all this. First ask him what has happened. He must have some reason. Who did this? Why did he do this? Mishu. Later she says that it's okay, you tell me. Why did you do this? 𝗙𝗏 says okay. Yes, I will tell you why I did this, but later you should not beat him. 𝗍 also says that it's okay. 𝗙𝗏 later. She says that I have left my job. Yes, and now I am jobless. This boss was also shocked. There is a dozen nearby. This one was also shocked and falls again from the bed. Later 𝗍 is hitting him with a knife, but 𝗙𝗏 holds his hand and takes him away. He was saying to him, "Why are you doing this? I have not done anything wrong. Why are you running away with me?" But 𝗙𝗏 had said that my mother will kill both of them. 𝗍 is also chasing them, but they both had run away. In the last scene, we see that in our childhood, we were running away like this. 𝗙𝗏 is chasing them, and here she says that if we get caught, we will die. Later they come to a corner and they are taking rest. But she says, "Bring a drink for me. I want to vomit," but 𝗙𝗏 says that the drink is down there. "I am not going to go back." Later she lies to him and takes off her clothes. But she says that I should have gone to my mother and told her to stay. I lost my mother. My mother got angry with me. She says that you should have been sincere to your mother. Why did you lie that you cheated her? She says I did this. If you don't trust me, then I don't know what I can do. I have a secret. Later she comes to him and says that you want to go, but 𝗵𝗏 refuses. Later 𝗵𝗏 says that you know I worked hard. I studied in Korea and later I went to America. I have a job and I have also got engaged. CP. It was overloaded, I was not getting courage there, so I have come back so that I can reboot my life. Later, the couple comes and asks him, "Can you take our photo?" Later, the couple asks him, "Can you take our photo?" Later, the couple asks him, "That you two might be dating. Do we need to take your photo?" But he refuses. Later, the girl says that how do you know each other? She says that he is the son of my mother's friend. She also says that she is the daughter of my mother's friend. Later, the couple had gone to the doctor. Later, the doctor says that bring him home. My mother is also calm. She wants to talk to him. She will not kill him. She says that it is okay. Later 𝗙𝗏 is telling him that now your mother has calmed down, you should go home, but 𝗙𝗏 says that I can't go, she might kill me, but Shingu says that if you want, I can go with you. 𝗙𝗏 also says that why are you acting so nice? 𝗖𝗿 says that she likes me, she doesn't like you. Later he leaves. Next time we see Dano in the hospital, he sees 𝗵 and is talking to him and says that I made a minute mistake, please forgive me, but 𝗿 says that it's okay, I am going later, but Dano stops him and says that can I know your name, 𝗵 here. But she says that I am a paramedic. Many people ask me my name and number but no one calls me. I am going later, but Dano says that he will call. But she leaves and says that he will give the drunk slip to the man. The nurse also gives the slip to the man and says that the paramedic had asked to give it to you. The man reads this. And 𝗏 wrote that now stop drinking alcohol and if there is any call, then call us. He looks at the man and smiles and then takes out his book and writes some lines in it. Next he sees the drunkard. He is also coming to the house. He was about to go, but now he stops the drunkard and says that he is also thinking that I have to go or not, but he beats his sister and later he is coming inside the house. He looks at her and later he says that maybe your mother is crying. She comes to her mother and asks what has happened, but then 𝗍 sees him and he has a stick in his hand. She also runs away, but 𝗍𝗂 catches her and tells her that I have brought him to you, now you can do whatever you want with him. He takes it from me and later he goes away. 𝗍𝗂 also shouts that he has gone. He is doing the scene of the past where the children are telling him that you will not be able to speak Korean because you are not from here. You are from a foreign country. You were born in France, so come and speak the language. But he was not speaking anything. The boys later say that you are dumb. Ho! But then Sek comes here and shouts. And 𝗖𝗍 comes in front and tells them that if you trouble my child again then I will kill all of you. 𝗖𝗍 is saying in the present that she has come to her office and is spreading chaos. Then he is going to his home and the episode is over, so guys, now we will meet in episode 2 which is coming tomorrow. Till then, bye.